Stadium, The Rock, home to the Appalachian State Mountaineers, and Boone is ready for this one. Today, a showdown of a couple of foes from the Sun Belt. As we'll see, the winners of 5 straight, the Marshall Thundering Herd, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Appalachian State Mountaineers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Mountaineers will boot it away to start the game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Thundering Herd offense takes the field for the first possession of the game. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get up.
Oh, he's got some space. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The offense sets up shop at the 46 on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle, it's Kessler. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on it? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence.
He'll take a shot. Oh, man, he almost picked that one off in the end zone. Instead, it'll be 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Makes a grab over the middle. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. They'll try to race to the edge on 1st and goal with the wide receiver. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, guys, I don't think that jet sweep ever had a chance down here on the goal line. There were just way too many bodies on defense at the end of the line of scrimmage.
He's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Marshall!
Man, coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did. And they finish it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So Appalachian State's offense will get the ball for the first time. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
Man, I love that play by this corner. You know why? When you run the option and that thing gets spread out, your DBs have to commit to tackling. And how about the cornerback coming up, sticking his face in the fan, and making a play? You love to see DBs tackle like that.
Looking to throw at Street. Hauls it in. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
So the offense accepts the roughing the passer penalty, and they get a new set of downs. You want to be physical with the quarterback, but you can't give up those roughing the passer penalties. It's 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. That is a big win for the defenses. They were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Goodness, that happened fast. He was in the backfield before the ball was even snapped.
Oh, man, adrenaline pumping, heart beating a little faster. There is some intensity on that one. The Mountaineers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Snags it over the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
So it's 3rd and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this, we're still in the first half.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57. They got it, it's blocked.
Yeah, you saw how they just overloaded the left-hand side that time. They were able to overwhelm the offensive line, get in the backfield, and then get their paws up to block that kick.
Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. It's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time.
Man, you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
Quickly complete.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
The Thundering Herd trying to dial one up to convert on 3rd down. Fires to the right. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the 1st. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Woodside. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
And they're not on the same page there.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over from the moment the ball left his hand.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Makes the grab. It's Woodside. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. Guys, it is Marshall carrying the lead into the quarter break. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the 2nd. And here comes the field goal unit. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Oh, and the attempt is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Oh, they're after him. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And that's a really good decision by the quarterback. Don't take the sack, throw the ball away. Now, listen, we could debate whether that was intentional grounding or not because he's still in the pocket. I'm not sure that that's not classified as grounding, but they didn't call it. So, you know what? Nice throwaway, QB.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Use the play fake, now to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Got his man to the left. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. And the Mountaineers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass, it's Street. Unloads it left. It's caught. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. Down to the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the run. Breaks the tackle. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. And remember, he's already had one blocked in this game. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. Breaks into the open. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line. Marshall looking for the score on 1st and goal. The give on the inside. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Herd! That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
And if you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Cherry. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. He'll go out of bounds at the 22, methodically moving it away from their own end zone. The Mountaineers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Line getting set on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Street. Quick strike complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. And the Mountaineers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Marshall takes over the ball, the thundering Herd offense coming out. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Makes the catch. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Marshall comes to the line way behind the sticks here on 2nd and long. Catch in the middle, it's Kessler. Good, solid tackle. Looking to pick up a 1st down on 3rd and short from the 43. They'll try to get it through the air. Oh, sticks that big mid up there and grabs it. Brought down at the 31. It is a first down. Marshall quick to the line.
First down for the offense.
To the air on first down. Gets it out quickly. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Marshall might go for a big play here on second and short. Now the play fake. Throws for the tight end. Working the big fella downfield and outside. He is dealing on this drive, completed. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Marshall looking for the score on first and goal. On the option. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw for it on third and goal. Trying to find the end zone. He found some running room, but needed just a few inches more to put it in the end zone. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. The give from the gun. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Thundering Herd! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, it is hard to beat Boone when that town is buzzing as it is today. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Kidd Brewer Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Second half just about ready to go, and Marshall will kick it off. He'll bring it out. It's Cherry. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game.
And the ball is free on the pitch. Recovered by the defense. turn it into a defensive score.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
PAT unit on the field. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Louisiana is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Jake Delhomme and Brian Mitchell, this has not been a blowout today in Lafayette. They're up by a field goal over Texas State. We'll keep you updated on things in a game that could alter the balance of power in the Sun Belt. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Motion from the wideout. Scanning the field. It's Street. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
The Mountaineers come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Surging forward on the sneak.
I gotta be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We've talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Catches it cleanly at the 20. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do, build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open, couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is a guy that, listen, we're in the second half now. He's already made plays. I know I can trust him, so I'm going to continue to feature him in this offense because I know he'll continue to make big plays.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Oh, he just flat dropped it. He had the ball and didn't look it all the way in, and it'll be fourth down. They're going to send out the field goal unit, and that kicker will have to launch a rocket. And the try is no good. They blow the field goal. Something finally goes wrong. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Fires left. Hauls it in. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. To throw, it's Street. Here's a heat. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
It's such an advantage for a defense when you can add to your pass rush by blitzing guys, but especially when you've got a middle linebacker like that can collapse and push the pocket into the lap of the quarterback.
Fires to the tight end. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Priority number one, protecting your quarterback. You're down in the ball game. You got to make sure you don't get those hits on him. Protect him a little bit more. We can get some big plays down the field.
Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Under fire. He'll try to do it himself. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Here on 3rd down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. He wants it all. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And this one is perfect.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. To the ground with the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Caught near the sticks. It's Woodside. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Wonder if they'll be conservative on 1st and 10. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Turning it on! They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. We've reached the break, and Marshall is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. The give to the back. Still on his feet at the 45. Turning on the Jets. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurd! That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the 2nd drive.
Yeah, you got to feel for the defense.
Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Used the play fake, now to throw. Finds the tight end. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. So now it's 2nd and long. That's caught. It's Graves. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Big play to start the drive. A little tougher sense. Now a crucial 3rd down on this drive. Looking to throw. It's Street. Pressure coming. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. He's piled up 112 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw out to the left. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Marshall looking for the score on 1st and goal. Got his man quickly. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Beck's going for the goal line. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distance.
This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm